Another thing you want to do is definition. What? How do people define the word? What is a secular definition? What is a Bible dictionary's definition? What is the Greek or Hebrew word? How is it used in definitions? That makes a big difference. For example, Baptist, right? John the Baptist. Well, the word baptismo in Greek is where we get the word baptism. It's really called a transliteration, not a translation. A transliteration is when you get a word from one language and you steal it into another language. And it's not a word in that language, but it's stolen from the language of origin. For example, taco. Taco is not a word in English. It's a Spanish word. It's stolen from the Spanish language into English. Burrito is not an English word. It's a Spanish word. You can tell I like tacos and burritos. But anyway, they're stolen. That's a transliteration. Baptism is a transliteration. Baptism in Greek means to submerge. So if they were to translate it, the way it should read is John the Submerger. John, the one who submerged people. And Jesus was submerged into the water. And the people went to go get submerged by John the Submerger. Okay, so that's what the Greek word means. So sometimes definition matters. If you knew that baptism means to submerge, why? What difference does that make? Right? What should we be doing when we baptize people, quote unquote? We submerge them. That's what the Bible word means, right? Okay, so you want to look at words, definition of words. Another thing you want to look at other translations or paraphrases. Maybe that group of people who translated that version of the Bible into English from Greek, maybe they used a translation and they don't say the submerger. There are times, for example, in the Old Testament when the Bible uses Lord with capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D. Well, they'll tell you when we use that capital Lord with all capitals, it's in the original Hebrew, it's Yahweh. It's the name of God. And instead of saying Yahweh, they say Lord with a capital to let you know this word in Hebrew is Lord, right? What does that matter? Why does that matter? Some translations use those words and other ones don't. So translations sometimes help you get some good interpretation. Another thing you want to do is check reference sources, right? Online, you can find word studies, Greek studies, Vine's expository dictionary. You can get all of these online. Like I said, Blue Letter Bible has all that stuff right there. You can do a section where it goes into like the translation of gives you the Greek, and then you can look up the words in Greek and look at the translations in the Greek and the different dictionaries in Greek. So you have some interesting resources to use. Things you can use like word studies. You can use a handbook, which is just a little summary of each book of the Bible, and they have maps and they have different things to show you what's happening in that area. You could use atlases, like when it says Paul went to Philippi. Well, where is Philippi? If you look at Paul's missionary journeys, you'll find out he used the roads that Rome had built, and that's where he went preaching the gospel. So he was not off on the beaten path, he was on the main highways, and he would go to these big towns built around the highways. So you get all of this learning and interpretation and study from commentaries. Other people's, pastors in the past have written commentaries on different books of the Bible and their thoughts. I'm not saying that's the Bible. A commentary is not the Bible, so don't take it as, the Word of God. It's not. It's somebody's understanding of the Word of God. So I use commentaries just to get some insight, but